Hey guys, welcome back to
Queen Never Cry.
I bet it's been a long week for all of you guys, but finally it's Friday and we can see you guys again.
Yay! Yeah, so for this segment, we're gonna tell you guys about interpersonal relationship. But if you just say it directly, it will be boring, right?
Exactly, Sabrina. That won't be same.
Then how about play game? Whoever loses, they'll tell their life story.
Wait, what's the correlation between life story and interpersonal relationship, guys?
Well, for sure, interpersonal relationship is a relationship that occurs between two or more individuals that is formed in a social context through interpersonal communication.
I get it. So it's like mutual relationship, right?
Kind of like that, but interpersonal relationship also can express interest and change attitude and behavior based on one's abilities and experience. And don't forget, communication also important for build interpersonal relationship because the better the communication, then the better one's relationship is.
Alright then, how about we play Hong Pimpa?
Okay, let's do it.
Then anyone who got it will tell a story about their friendship. Okay.
Hong Pimpa layung gambreng, Hong Pimpa layung gambreng, Hong Pimpa layung gambreng.
You got lucky, Sheila.
Yeah, very lucky, yes.
Alright, people, get yourself comfortable and save some snacks.
Because the segment Queen Never Cry is getting started.
The floor is yours.
Okay, let me think about it. Okay, so I'll tell you about my friendship throughout the years from middle school to high school. So small background info, I was from an Islamic school named Al-Azhar BSD, but it was from it was from kindergarten to elementary school. Then I moved to a different school, an international school, which names I shall not say, so you guys can take a guess. But yeah, I moved from a private Islamic school to an international school, so you can imagine the adaptation I have to go through. Simply put, I was stressed, very stressed. So I had to start everything from zero, literal zero. Not to mention I was failing my math class so bad. I had like 2 out of 20 once.
But how much is that?
10% out of 100. Yeah. We listen, we don't judge.
Okay.
But that was the beginning. That was grade 7. Grade 8 was better. I had a couple more better friends, and then grade 9 was online. So you know what happened.
Yeah.
So, but what I want to focus on grade 10. That's where the story starts. So back in grade 10, I had this PE group, right? A physical education project. Long story short, I was with 4 other people, so 5 people including me, and I become close with them. They were my closest friends, and we hung out with each other here and there. Everything was normal up until the beginning of grade 11, until the first semester. But then 2 of them went to a different stream. They went to the social stream, while me and my 2 other friends, we went to the science stream, and I was even classmates with one of them.
Oh, what happened?
Back then, there was a period of time where I felt like my personal issues were too much, so I needed time for myself. So I stayed away for my friends for a period of time. I don't really remember. But then when I got back thinking, I think I'm a little better now. You know what happened?
What?
My friendship with them became awkward.
Eh?
It became kind of awkward. Don't know why, but at first I stayed positive and thought, maybe it's just because they're just not used to my presence back. So I stayed positive for a while, but then there were a couple of occasions that opened my eyes, like, I really am excluded now. So of course I was confused, like, why is this happening? What did I do? So I overthink a lot, and when I tried to talk to them, they wouldn't communicate properly to me. They left me hanging, sort of, in a way. So because of that, I moved to a new circle of friends. This new circle of friends is my classmates. So yeah, most of them are my classmates, and I was happier with them. And even my guidance counselor took notice of that. So I was happier, I felt more free, and even though me and this new circle of friends, we have very different interests, we still listen to each other. Like, we acknowledge each other, unlike the old friend group that I had since grade 10.
Ah, I see. Are you still friends with them?
With the old friend group, the one that I told you about from grade 10, no. But this new circle of friends that I made in grade 11, yes. Up until now.
Yeah, that's why communication is important, guys, in friendship and building relationship. It is often called lifeline of love because it helps people connect on a deeper level. There's a quote by Robert Paul that says communication is an act of giving, and I think that it's true.
Agree. When we communicate, we are giving part of ourselves to others, sharing our thoughts and feelings. What's even more amazing is that humans are the only being who can use language to communicate. We don't just use words; we also communicate through body language, gesture, and facial expressions.
Yes, communication is more than just speaking. It's about understanding each other in both verbal and non-verbal ways.
Exactly. Communication goes beyond words. It's about connection. Alright, before we end today's segment, what have we learned today? What do you think, Alika?
Okay, so from the story that Tashila shared, we can see that interpersonal relationships are really important. If someone has a low self-concept, it can affect their ability to communicate and build relationship with others.
Yes, and that's why interpersonal communication is so crucial. Without the right communication skills, it's difficult to truly understand and connect with others.
That's true. Communication is not just about talking, it's about truly listening and being open to how others are expressing themselves, whether through words or actions.
Yep, that's why we have to work on improving both our verbal and non-verbal communication. It's a key part of every relationship.
So, to wrap up, we have learned that communication is essential for a healthy relationship. It is not just about what we say, but how we connect with others on all levels, emotionally, verbally, and non-verbally.
Right, because without good communications, we can miss out on building meaningful connections with those around us.
Absolutely. And with that, we'll conclude today's segment. Thanks for sharing our thoughts, everyone.
See you guys next week! We never cry!